Hello there, beautiful people. Stephilippines here, and welcome back to my channel, everybody. So for today's video, guys, we are gonna be talking about the things that you must really need to know and the things that you must need to be aware of as an older man before dating a younger Filipino woman here in the Philippines. Okay, so the first one that you must really need to know before dating a younger Filipina is that be prepared for a lot of energy and enthusiasm. All right, so younger Filipino women actually, they often have more energy and vitality than most older women. So you will really need to be prepared to keep up with the energy that they have, with the wildness that they have, because if you cannot keep up with that, then there might be a possibility that both of you will come to a disagreement, misunderstanding. So if your Filipina that you're talking to is very outgoing, very energetic, very talkative like me, and you are the type of a foreigner who is very, introvert, very reserved, very quiet, not talkative, and not that really social butterfly, then yeah, the differences could probably, possibly lead to misunderstandings. But if both of you are willing to keep up with each other, then, or support each other's differences, then yeah, it will definitely work out. Okay, so let's go now to the second one, which is your younger Filipina that you're talking to might be more clingy and needy. Okay, so we all know, guys, that younger women are not as independent as older women, right? And we Filipino women, specifically the younger Filipinas, we may be more, maybe more needy, clingy, and also we might need your emotional support and your guidance. So we're gonna always ask for your time, for your attention, for reassurance, for questions. Like we will always bother you that, hey, give me time, give me, put a little bit of effort of talking to me. So she might be needy, and you're probably not used to it, and it would lead to disagreement, or it would lead to misunderstanding. So it's really important as well to reassure your Filipina and give her enough attention that she needed or that she wants from you, so that she will not give you that tempo. That be prepared for a lot of questions. Okay, so one of the things actually that most of younger Filipinas would love to do is ask a questions. Lots of questions. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this can be both good and bad, as it really means that she's really interested in getting to know you better. So at some point, it can be exhausting, especially if you're not really used to a younger girl who's gonna ask you a lot of questions. Like, let's just say the time difference, right? And then you're working, and then she is here in the Philippines, and then she's gonna ask you a lot of questions. What are you doing now? Who's with you? Like, any this unnecessary questions, but to reassure her enough, just communicate with her, because it's really important to have communication in a relationship, especially if you're dating a younger Filipina who loves to ask questions. Be prepared for a lot of drama. Okay, so younger Filipina guys can be quite impulsive and very emotional and very dramatic. So be prepared any dramas in your relationship, because trust me, it's not always gonna be rainbows and butterflies in your relationship. Eventually, your relationship with your younger Filipina will get tough, and you both will be tested. Your patience will be tested to each other. Okay, so the next one is that do not assume that she is a gold digger. Okay, guys, you have to remind yourself that not just because she is younger than you doesn't mean that she is automatically as a gold digger. Okay? And yeah, many young women are quite independent and have their own sources of income. Maybe she is working in a BPO company, maybe she's a virtual assistant, or maybe she is a YouTuber. So just remind yourself that not because you're dating someone younger than you who doesn't have her life established yet doesn't mean that she's a gold digger. Be prepared for a lot of change. Okay, so you have to remind yourself that one of the biggest things to keep in your mind as an older man who chose to date a younger Filipino woman is that your Filipina that you're talking to is still evolving, growing, and changing. So you really have to be prepared for her to go and change in ways that to change and grow in ways that you're not expecting her to change. So just appreciate the fact that she is growing. Let her experience life because not everyone is perfect, and so is your girlfriend, and so are you. You're not perfect, not even close, right? So just let her be herself, let her evolve, let her grow, let her change, because eventually she's gonna understand life. She's gonna change her perspective. She's gonna change the way she see things, see the world, and eventually she's gonna get matured over time with you. That you must respect her decisions and her own opinions about certain things. Because even though that she may be younger than you, remember that she is also an individual with her own thoughts and decisions and opinions. So she's also trying to handle decision on her own. So respect whatever she has to say, and please do not control her or give her the freedom to communicate her thoughts, to be independent at some point. Do not let her be too over independent where to get to the point that she's not gonna need you anymore. No, do not do that. But just give her the freedom so that she will not be suffocated as well. Just a little bit of freedom to be independent, to go things her way and explore the world on her own. Is that you have to go out of your way to make her feel special. Okay? Because trust me, since younger women, we often feel undervalued and overlooked ourselves. So it's really important, guys, that you have to put effort, exert an effort, do something, show her how much you appreciate and how much she means to you. And what I mean by that is that you don't necessarily have to give her money, like lots of money, or spend a lot of expensive things for her. What I meant by that is because some younger Filipino women, we tend to be what I call this insecure, a little bit insecure in ourselves. So, in order for us to feel reassured and in order for us to boost or to gain confidence, is you just really have to simply give us compliments like, hey, you're so beautiful, you're pretty, I like the way you talk. Just a compliment, simple compliment like that, guys. Like words of affirmation can really brighten our day or can brighten your younger Filipina's day. Okay, so the next one is that do not expect that she is still a virgin. Okay, so younger women, guys, actually they are more sexually liberated and active than those older women, right? So you cannot just expect her to be virgin. Maybe she had numerous sexual experiences before and she's not as conservative as you thought she is. So do not really expect, even though she's a province girl, let's just say that she's a province girl. And I know for a fact that a lot of you think that all province girls are conservative, timid, shy. But trust me, there's actually a lot of province girls as well who is not that really conservative. So just do not expect too much, and regardless if she's virgin or not, you just really have to respect that. Okay, but I know that a lot of you as well have your own perspective that you don't want to date someone who is not virgin anymore, or who a girl who has a lot of body count. So I totally respect that. I totally understand that. So it's just really a matter of how you see things, how you communicate with her, and set expectation so that both of you will not get hurt at the end. Okay? You may have to deal with her parents' opinion about your relationship. Okay, and you have to remind yourself that since you are dating a younger Filipino woman, typically they are still living at home with their parents. Like me, I'm still living with my parents. So you may really have to deal with her parents' opinion about your relationship. So they're probably gonna meddle with your affairs with your Filipino woman. Communicate with her that not all the time you need her parents' opinion about your relationship, because it's both of your relationship. It's the two of you in that relationship as a couple. So maybe you just have to understand and respect her parents' opinion about your relationship. But at the end of the day, guys, it's still your decision and it's still your opinion that would matter in your relationship, not the other way around, not other people's opinion, not even her parents. The next one that you must need to know before dating a younger Filipina is that you can actually teach her a lot of things, because since younger Filipino women are still learning, evolving, changing, and growing, maturing in life. So basically, they don't really know anything about life. So she might need your wisdom. She might need your help with that. She might need your guidance. She might need you to teach her a lot of things. You know, a lot of things. And I think you already know that. Maybe in terms of school, in terms of work, in terms of sexual desire. Okay, so the next one is that you may have to deal with her wild side, because younger women are actually more sexually liberated and wild than older women, right? So you may have to deal with her wild side, and she may want to experiment sexually with you and be open to try a lot of good things with you in terms of intimacy when it comes to romance. So just be patient with her and try to guide her so that she would also know, especially if you are going to date someone who doesn't have much experience in terms of that. So just be patient. So the next one, everyone, is that her age could make it difficult for you to find a common interest with you as an older man, because since both of you are at different points in your life, so it could be very difficult for you to find a good or common interest with her. And you may not have the same hobbies, interests. It's gonna be so hard for you to really spend time with each other that really matches energy, that really, both of you can share the same interests, the same values, the same hobbies, the same things that you both are, like to do and passionate to do. Okay, so the next one, everyone, is that do not try to act like you are both the same person. Okay, because to be honest, you both are not. Honestly, you will just end up looking like foolish, and you will likely to lose interest with her. Okay, or she will likely to lose interest with you. Guys, you just really have to accept that both of you are two different peoples at different points in your lives, and you just really have to embrace and appreciate your differences. Because mind you, if you are just going to embrace and appreciate each other's differences, then that would lead you to have a good relationship, because you are letting your other person to teach you things in life that you don't know as an older man, and at the same time she is going to learn something from you. Okay, so the next one, guys, is that you have to know what kind of relationship that you want to have before dating a younger Filipino woman. Okay, you'll have to ask yourself, do you want a casual hookup, just a serious commitment, or something in between? Like, make sure that you know what exactly the kind of relationship that you want with that person before dating someone younger than you. Because if you are not sure about your intentions, about the things that you want to have with that person, then you both might end up hurting each other, or she might end up hurting herself, because she's probably gonna think that you are as committed as her, where in fact you're actually not, and you're just here in the Philippines to hook up with her. Okay, so the next one, everyone, is that you have to be prepared for some communication challenges, because as we all know, guys, that a lot of younger women, they are likely to have a different perspectives on different things than you do as an older man, right? So they may not always agree with you, and this could probably lead to some communication challenges. But if both of you are open to listen and compromise with each other, then yeah, you guys will definitely can talk things through, and it's just really a matter of letting each other express both of your opinion. And maybe if she's not the type of a person who is very confrontational or very expressive with her emotions, then you as an older man who has much experience in life, who have been in different or multiple relationships previously, then you have to know already, or you have to be aware already, that women sometimes we keep all our emotions inside instead of confronting with you. So if you can sense that your Filipino that you're talking to is giving you the silent treatment, or what we call here the tampo, then just, do not be prideful person. Do not let your ego ruin your relationship. As much as possible, just try to reach out to her first and then ask her questions and talk to her. Be prepared for her immaturity. A younger Filipina, they're likely to be less experienced in relationship. And this can be either a good thing or bad thing depending on your point of view, right? But you may find that you have to take more lead and dominance in the relationship than she is. As an older man who is mature, you really have to be prepared as well for the immaturity because, I'm not gonna lie, most of us younger Filipinas are really, a little bit naive, very dramatic, and also insecure with ourselves, and also very immature, with different things. But if you guys are willing to, teach her some lessons in life and be patient with her, then for sure both of you can overcome. Okay, so the last but not the least, everybody, that you must really need to be aware of before dating a younger Filipina woman is that do not expect her to be extremely loyal to you. And that's because she is younger woman. And we all know that younger women are very mature and they don't have, their mindset are not set yet. Like they don't know what they want in their lives yet. Well, that's not always the case, but trust me, it's really happening. And there are actually a lot of younger Filipinas here in the Philippines who are, who are not loyal with their older partners. And to be honest with you, I have known a lot of younger Filipinas, even my friends, and I think I've mentioned this a lot of, to you guys in my live streams before, that I have younger Filipino women friends who are talking to multiple guys. So yeah, doesn't mean that they are younger Filipinas. They will not, they will not cheat on you. They will be obsessed with you. They will be crazy over you. But again, this is not always the case, okay? And I'm not saying that all younger Filipinas are like this, but it's real. Okay, so that's it, everybody. I hope you learned so much in this video, especially if you guys are planning to date a younger Filipina. And again, do not forget to sign up on the dating service that I really, really trust 100%, which is the Christian Filipina. So you can check it out, the Christian Filipina link on my bio or on my description box below. So thank you so much, guys, and see you to my next video. Bye!